guys, and welcome back to another episode of Slightly Serious.
Did you already start it?
Yeah,
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were starting it.
it's fine.
Oh, well, hi. I'm Nick.
I'm Zane, and sometimes communication's shitty,
Yeah.
but we're here.
I didn't even know we were on.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome, Slightly Serious with Nick and Zane.
We are here.
Yeah,
Intro is fucked, but we aren't redoing it.
No, we're not. We're going to stick with it.
But
Because we're all about it.
how you doing, brother?
I'm all right.
Fancy with your glasses and
Thank
shit.
you.
Trying to make me
I,
look like the fucking unintelligent one.
I
Bullshit.
lost them. At one point or another, I threw them in the back of the car. I remember throwing them in the back of the car. Then I couldn't find them for like months.
You thought about not throwing them anywhere? Like,
Yeah, I was making room for someone in the front seat, but I thought I had lost them, like they were gone. And then when I went into work one day, I saw one of the managers wearing the same Ray-Ban glasses, and I just thought to myself, like, ever since, like, I bet you that motherfucker took my glasses.
stole my goddamn
He's
glasses.
wearing my glasses every day in
Fancy.
front of me, looking
So
me right in the eye.
Ray-Bans, huh?
Yeah.
You're fancy with it these days.
Could you imagine taking someone's glasses and then just like seeing them every day wearing their glasses?
I've seen that shit. It's usually sunglasses, but
Yeah.
because glasses is wild because you gotta have the same script and shit. Else
You
just
gotta be-
fucking
like,
your
it's-
eyes up.
They're
Like,
quite noticeable when you've stolen someone's glasses. Like,
Yeah,
they're
'cause
on your face.
it's on your face, and also if they aren't your right script, you're fucked.
I'm
You'll be
glad I
dizzy,
didn't
like-
accuse him, though.
Yeah, because you would look like a dick.
Yeah, because I have my glasses. They're here.
Like, you have my fucking glasses, man.
I can finally see again properly.
Hell
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
What have you been up to, man?
Fucking overtime work and shit as usual, but did some learning this past week. Did some studying up on editing. So
Yeah, you did.
We were a bit behind on the footage and stuff. The episode from last week, we had a lot going on last weekend. We weren't able to even record until late in the weekend.
Yeah.
And then with my work schedule and stuff, it was kind of hard to get the stuff edited in time. So about a week behind on that, but we're going to, I don't know yet if this is going to come out a couple days after or if we're going to wait a week and just have that week gap.
It kind of depends on what you seem to feel like doing editing-wise, you know? I mean, you've been
Yeah.
putting a lot more into it recently. You didn't really know too much about editing before
I
this, did you?
knew bare minimum
So-
editing.
If you watched, you know, for those of you who've watched the earlier episodes, you'll see just how not only shitty the video quality was, we didn't even have the right camera angle up at one point. I couldn't figure out how the fuck to talk into a mic.
Yeah,
for, like, the
that
longest
part
time.
I had down because I've been doing it for like a couple years, at least the microphone stuff and like
Yeah, you could be heard.
the recording part I kind of have a basic understanding of, but it was the editing that I just something I never did. I always just did live streams, so I never had to worry about editing footage and shit.
And I never realized how much went into editing a video. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't
I
realize
haven't-
that he
I
has
haven't
to cut segment after segment, or if something needs
I
to be
never
sped
showed you
up, like-
the file like after those videos I just did this past week.
Yeah?
Like there's just so much shit. It looks like segments and pieced together. It's like a crazy
How long does it
collage.
take you to edit a 1 hour video?
So the podcast this week, because it was just like over an hour, probably took me 2 hours of actually sitting down straight doing it.
Okay.
And that was that's probably going to be about typical between an hour and 2 hours for just that. But the podcast also has less editing really involved.
Because then our other channel is like a 15, 20-minute video.
And it took as long to edit
Another 2 hours to edit that one.
because it was
Yeah, it's
cutting
more.
it, chopping, putting more graphics
Put a
on it.
scoreboard up there, like...
So like it's almost the more I have to actually cut and edit, the longer it kind of takes. So the podcast is typically we just sit and talk,
Yeah.
and then I might throw a couple images on it, check some volume levels. With the episode on our other channel, I had to cut and chop dead spots. A lot of that I had to put graphics, change the graphics as our score changed.
Yeah.
Each individual thing that she read, I had to type it out, prop it up there individually each time, make sure the colors and everything were right. And then I had to cut out her vocals and amplify her vocals individually because she was so quiet compared to us. So when she would be reading the things, I had to actually cut just her sound out and then
You're kidding.
raise it by 5 decibels
Really?
so that she was actually able to be heard at a decent volume.
Oh, my gosh.
Which is why I talked to you earlier in this week that next time we have her, we have to make sure that the mic is set up a little bit better for it.
Yeah.
Because like we
Yeah.
have also just more pronounced voices then she does.
Well, and we thought that was the issue at first with me, but remember, it was just me not
Yeah, but
understanding exactly how
but
close I
it's
needed
also
to
she's
be.
doing other things in between her and the mic,
Mhm.
so we'll have to adjust her mic sensitivity a little bit
She
more.
does quite a bit more work behind the scenes than just her voice. So,
Yeah, so but it was overall though I think the videos came out well. I think it was it's unfortunate to be a week behind,
yeah,
but I think the product came out good. I learned a lot. It's gonna help us moving forward. So I'm
I
definitely
think
looking
you did a
forward
good job. Yeah.
to seeing how that kind of stuff goes.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely was a little learning experience this past week.
Yeah.
Tired.
What else did you? Anything aside from that? Anything aside from the major? I mean, you spent a lot of time editing.
Yeah, pretty much I just worked and edited. I didn't really have much time to do much else.
Every bit of his free time, I mean, like if we're not doing this, then he's editing the software and trying to get it ready,
Or
know,
learning it, or trying to squeeze in what time I can to spend with family outside
friends
of
and
here.
stuff, yeah.
And like tomorrow, like we're recording today. Today is Easter, so happy Easter to everybody.
Happy
It's going to
Easter.
be delayed by the time you
Yeah.
see this, but it's Easter the day we are recording. Because clearly we care about our families and we're spending time with them.
Mm-hmm. I
but-
did Easter with my kids this morning, though.
I don't have kids. So Easter isn't as big of a thing in our family because we don't really have anybody under the age of like 25. So
Yeah.
we like call around, message around, like, hey, happy Easter, hope you're doing good. And that's about the extent of it at this point. Until somebody has kids, it's not really gonna be a big thing.
Yeah. Well, I had my oldest. I didn't have my youngest. I'm gonna do Easter with my youngest probably the next couple days.
Hell yeah.
So that'll be fun.
But yeah, it's just I'm doing a lot of that kind of stuff. Just trying to prepare for things and get ready. But I think it's definitely gonna be nice moving forward. This week here, so we're recording today. I work tomorrow afternoon. So like I won't have as much of my free time as I typically do, but I'll have tonight and tomorrow morning and stuff to work on some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Tuesday morning I'll probably work on a bunch, or overnight Monday, because I have to like flip my sleep schedule to go back to work. But I won't have my truck and stuff either, so like I won't be able to go anywhere. So I'm just gonna be home to work and sleep. So
It's either that or masturbate. I mean, you gotta flip a coin.
well,
Do you flip a coin when you try to decide what you want to do? And you go, well, I guess I could jack off right now.
No, I just let nature decide.
Yeah. Well,
Like if
Mother
I'm thinking
Nature's-
like, do I want to jerk off? And then if I get excited, I'm like, all right, maybe I should jerk off.
Yeah.
But if I think about it and I'm like, no, I'm just tired. No, I just go to bed. It's fine.
That's smart. That's
Sorry,
I
brother,
guess
if you're
that's-
watching this.
sorry, Mom.
I know you're ashamed of me. It's okay. But no, it's been
I didn't go on like a major adventure or anything this weekend.
no, you just seem to just have cast a multiplication spell on your books,
Yeah. Oh my god.
which we can either get into now or we can do Nick's Book Corner later.
Let's go into Nick's book corner.
Nick's Book
That
Corner,
sounds good.
right the fuck now.
Right now.
And we're back.
This
Nick's
is
book
what
corner.
I was reading last time.
Hell
You
yeah.
remember that? Well, I
Yeah,
had
you had the plain cover. You had this cover on it. But
Yeah, I took the dust jacket off.
what? No,
originally.
fucking. I don't know if the camera sees this, but this fucking like rainbow ass fucking tag shit.
I put a lot of.
Did you become an OCD teenage girl or something?
Oh my gosh! So yeah, I did. I got a little manic for a bit. I was reading this and I was like, okay, there's so much in here that I love, and I want to be able to like pinpoint things. So I marked it with blue, where it's things that I like really strongly felt for. Things that are orange are a little bit more like they're topics of interest, or they're things that kind of resonated slightly, but I don't necessarily 100% agree with them on all levels. Things that are purple are, slightly similar to that, along with green. Green are where like there's multiple pages where the front and the back also coincide. Purple's the same sort of thing as these, but just to a different degree. And then just like blue, things that really resonated with me. I put this pink here as a way to kind of just like make reference points. So like an example of something that I put in the blue. Let's just do a random blue. It says, the master says, observe how certain words were constructed to reveal their true meaning. Take the word preoccupation and divide it in two. Pre and occupation. It means occupying your mind or worrying about something before it actually happens. Who in the entire universe can possibly worry about something that hasn't even happened?
Me.
Discard all such preoccupations. Remain focused on your destiny and on your path. Learn everything you need to know in order to wield the sword of light that has been given to you. Observe the fighting techniques of friends, masters, and enemies. Train hard, but do not make the worst of all mistakes, believing that you know what your adversary's next move is going to be.
How dare you tell me about a sword of light and I don't have an actual sword in my hand, I'm
It
now
does
upset.
make you want a sword of light, though. Could you imagine wielding it? It's like, all right, dude, that's a nice gun you've
Just
got.
vroom.
Very nice Glock. I have a fucking sword of light.
And then you get shot.
What are you about to? Yeah, then you're shot. Just-
Then you just get shot. But no, that's pretty cool. It's
so
pretty
yeah, I mean, there's different stuff in here. You know what I mean? Like,
So
regardless, Maktub, Paulo Coelho, great book, and I finished it. As far as my rating, because I always give something sort of a rating. The last 2 books I gave some higher ratings to. This one's really, really good. It's written as inspirational companion to The Alchemist, which is the other book that he wrote. So it's like as a companion book, basically everything in here is stuff that he took from
just segments from that, and
something
then he
well,
elaborated.
not even from that, but like people he's talked to, or this is like
Yeah.
he even says, I did not write this book. Like it's not just stuff that he's written; it's stuff that he's learned from other people and things here and there. So it's like it's really cool, and it's a lot of inspirational stuff. As a whole, I mean, it's really. I obviously liked it. I put a bunch of stuff down, but I don't know. I would still give it like an 8.5. 8.5. Nothing terrible.
Not bad.
But I did. I picked up a lot of other books, man.
Let's see, we got Kurt Vonnegut.
Kurt Vonnegut, Sucker's Portfolio.
So I apologize for writing as though the United States were the entire Western Hemisphere. But the first rule taught in any creative writing course, I think, is a good one. Write what you know about. Done. So he's just talking about how he writes about America because that's all he really knows.
Well, that's just the back of it, and I don't really know why they took that quote and put it on there. But basically, it's 7 different unpublished works. Kurt Vonnegut died in 2007. This came out in 2012 as a Kindle edition, where it was 7 episodes. And it would be released 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And it's just 7 unpublished works, and they're really good, and kind of like red herrings almost. Not even red herrings, but like. Who's that one guy who like directs those movies like The Village and Devil, where they're in an elevator? There was another one where it was like M. Night Shyamalan, where there's like a twist at the ending, and like you think it's going a certain way, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit.
Hell yeah.
It's kind of like that to a degree. Charting and technical analysis.
This
Which
man's
is
trying to become a stock investor.
I am. I've been investing in the stock market, and there's certain things here and there that I've been failing at, and there's certain things here and there I've been succeeding at, and I want to get better
By
at it.
Mr. Fred McAllen, who's so good at investing in the stock that his book is printed in like 180p. Looks like I need glasses to read it.
It's a self-published book, which is smart. Because this man knows how to save money and make
like
money.
the everything inside looks fine, but it's just the cover literally looks like
it's like a self-published book, and it's like an 8-bit. You know what I mean?
Which in our footage probably looks even worse.
Yeah,
you probably can't even tell there's like a book.
I
there.
probably look just as terrible, but no, this has been really good. It basically is just teaching me how to look at a graph and read a graph
So
appropriately.
either Nick's gonna be rich or broke real soon. We'll see.
It's gonna manifest good things. Good things. So that's another one. And finally, High Magic by Damien Eccles, which I've read bits and pieces of this before. It's not like a novel or anything, but it's different practices to help you alter your state of mind, in a sense. This is written by a man who now is probably in his 40s, but at the age of 18 years old, along with 2 of his friends who were 17 at the time, he was arrested, convicted, and sentenced to death for the murder of 3 8-year-old boys, which they accused him of because he was into practicing magic. And he never did it. He didn't do it. He was just targeted in the state of Arkansas, in a religious area, in a religious sect, and targeted because he practiced magic as being the culprit of these heinous crimes. And he spent 20 years on death row for a crime he didn't commit. And while he was in there, he was trained spiritually by like Renzai Zen and like trained in Buddhism and different things of that sort, and practiced these things to the point where he even ended up working with Johnny Depp and Eddie Vedder
That's all it said for Eddie Vedder there at
Yeah.
the beginning.
Yeah, like he even dedicated this book to Eddie Vedder, who worked with him to help get him out of there and like bring this case to light and be like, this is completely unjust. Like this man has been sitting here for 20 fucking years for a crime he didn't commit, and
Yeah.
you're gonna put him to death for it. And he was 18 and his friends were 17, so they got life in prison. But like, you know, he's at 18, he can be tried. And the state of Arkansas has never, in like the history of Arkansas, had a false conviction. And so instead of like, one of the things he did is like practicing high magic is whatever you want to like attain, whatever you want in life, your goal is to manifest it. So you want to keep your mind as single pointedly focused on whatever it is you're trying to achieve that you possibly can. And so when he was in there, he would say this thing over and over again, where like, please, like, and this is not verbatim, but please help me get out of here in a way that will produce no harm to me or my family or anybody else, right? Which is exactly what occurred. He got out of there in a way that caused no one any harm, because even the state of Arkansas, who's never had a false conviction, they released him on the confines that he, or on the whatever the word is, the terms that he basically plead guilty. And as long as he pled guilty, then they would release him as if it never occurred, and he could go. And that way they didn't have a false conviction on their hands, and then he was free to go. And it was just the way that it was able to work out. It was like, we understand that you haven't done it.
That's some shady ass shit.
But if you plead guilty to it, then we can let you go, and then you're free to go, and then we're not in the wrong, and you can't sue us later on the line for a false conviction or something. And like, so it caused no one any harm in the fact that he was able to get out. And he was like, you know, had I really focused on it, and I was like, may I get out of here, and may it bring about the right, not the accuser, but like, may the person who did it actually be found out, like, you know, or may I get out of here and like, you know, they find out who actually did it or something, some other thing. But it was just, may I get out of here in a way that causes no one any harm. And he goes, that's exactly what occurred. He's like, I spent 18 years of my life repeating this and trying to manifest this. And that's exactly what I got. And so the point is, like, whatever it is that you want out of life, you don't want to think about, you know, you got to change your mindset. So even if someone says like, you know, are you sick? It's not like you have to lie and say no, but just say, I'm getting better minute by minute. Like, I'm getting better every day. You know, and I learned that from Damian Eccles too, because it's like, you know, there's a bunch of people who will teach you that same thing, but your mind just hears sick over and over and over again. Like if you run into somebody and they go, oh, I'm sick, I've got this or that, and you go, oh man, don't come around me. Every time I'm around someone who gets sick, I end up getting sick. I can't get sick. I can't get sick. And then you end up getting sick and you're like, I fucking knew it. Well, of course you knew it, because if your brain is a computer program and it's just triggered to understand words or images, and your mind hears sick, sick, sick over and over and over again, and you just keep thinking in your head of yourself lying in bed sick and, oh, what a pain in the ass that would be, then your mind is like beginning to program itself as if that's gonna happen. And so the goal is to now train your mind to program itself to make what happens what you want to occur. And that's what I love about this. So yeah, man, I've been reading a lot.
Hell yeah. Well, that's good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to read that book you were talking about last time.
I'm sending it with you today.
Yeah, please do. I'm going to take it
So when you
home,
finish that,
and I'll pick it up.
You can just
when one of
do that.
these gets finished, like one of my 3, I'm going to keep juggling 3, I think, for now.
Yeah.
Because it's the right amount for me.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to send that with you. I'm going to re-listen to it too in the meantime. So that way when
and
you
we can
finish
discuss it.
We're going to have, I want to just have an episode where we just discuss those 12 rules. Because there's 12 rules in that, and I think they each have a discussion for them.
Yeah, and I really like the titles that are in there too. Like, don't bother a kid when he's skateboarding.
So I think we definitely can both listen to it, and then both you read it, I'll listen to it again.
What's it called again?
The 12 Rules for Life, the Antidote to Chaos.
And the author was who?
Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll give that to you to take with you.
Cool.
And I'll go back through it again on my work week, because I have so much time. I'm just driving that I have plenty of time to listen.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing something like that. We'll try it with this, and I'll read that, and you know, you can listen to it in the audio. And I wouldn't even mind doing something like that in the future, where the audio version of it is what you're listening to while you're driving.
Yeah, we both just like read a book and then we can discuss it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
hell yeah, dude, titties. That's dope.
Yeah.
Man.
But yeah, that was Nick's book corner this week. A little bit
Nick's
more,
book corner,
little bit
motherfuckers.
more for it. But hell yeah, man.
Grab it off the shelf.
But yeah, other than that, man, it's just been planning things and discussing stuff with family. I'm trying to just look at the future for all of our content, like all the content stuff here. Trying to make a roadmap for the direction of everything. It's definitely a lot to think about. What is
This
it?
is good.
Is it good? What's the flavor?
It's good. It's elderflower. Karuba and elderflower.
What
It
the
is
fuck is
good.
either one of these?
A karuba. I had to look this up last night. Actually, my girlfriend looked it up, but it's a type of fruit, I want to say, and it looks like this type of color, but on the inside it's sort of yellow. It's like a citrus fruit.
I like this fruit. The
and an
Skittles.
elderflower, I believe, is it's like a type of plug that you put in your butt from the deep forests of the nether region of yesteryear.
All right. Well, we've clearly gone off track now. But hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just been a lot of learning. I've been trying to learn as much as I can, especially with this, like the editing, video stuff, sound stuff. Just trying to be able to create the best experience for our listeners and our viewers and things like that.
Yeah.
So we know we got people that listen all over the country, and apparently somebody in other countries.
Yeah, there was like something in the UK, right?
Yeah, it was like Great Britain area, so I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, let us know who you are. I want to know who that is. Who do
So-
we know in the UK and who do we not know in the UK?
So I appreciate y'all doing that, but we're just working to try to give you the best product we can. We are actually recording with 2 cameras today.
Mm-hmm.
So the hope is that the new camera actually records. It's a test. We're recording with our old camera as well.
Yeah.
But we have the new camera recording.
I don't see a light on, so there's a good
there's no
chance it's
light.
not going to work.
There was no light on the front when I
Oh.
started it. So the footage may or may not be better. Depends on if that actually successfully records. We don't have a producer today to keep an eye on it from behind. So it's kind of just a faith test. So we'll see how that goes. But again, it's just a lot of working.
She's a matador in her free time, so
Oh.
she's out wrestling bulls.
But we've got lighting has been again adjusted since even last week. Just trying to get everything to look the best and the clearest that we can.
I didn't know that Easter was a big time for a bull run, though. Did you?
I think people that do bull runs just really
Any opportunity you have to do
any
a-
chance they can to get chased down by a bull,
yeah,
they're about it.
any holiday, they'd be like, "It's Valentine's Day."
Fucking,
Bull run!
they even like make fun of the bull run on St. Patty's Day, and they have the run of the gingers. Did you fucking see that shit?
no.
There's like an annual run of the gingers, and it's like a bull run, but instead of bulls, it's just a bunch of fucking ginger motherfuckers running.
That's terrifying.
It's just a bunch of fucking Ron
Carrot Top
Weasley.
leads the whole pack. He's just screaming, just
Dude,
like
that's
a
the last
banshee.
person I'd put at the fucking front. God, that's the
Got
scariest
just big
motherfucker.
props. He's just like ah, and just a giant fucking pair of scissors.
But fucking Chucky doll at the front.
Oh man,
But yeah, no, it's just
Raggedy Ann.
really focusing on learning a lot right now.
Nice.
So that's really kind of what I've been filling my time with. But outside of that, it's just planning a lot of things I want to do this year. Some stuff I don't really want to disclose because it's going to be for future content. But looking for some things. We may end up having potential guests actually on the show.
Oh,
That's going to come down to how well new camera and stuff works, so we can actually be able to record with multiple people,
Yeah.
things of that sort. Is what it's going to really come down to. But looking forward to it. I said it's just a lot. My brain's just constant trying to think of new ideas, new plans. Updates,
Yeah, that's it's a lot that
changes.
goes into it for sure.
Yep, yeah. And then said just trying to move forward the best we can.
Yeah, man. One of the things that I really want to do coming up here, and I think it would be cool to do it with you, is just take like a road trip to like just kind of like a random spot I've never been.
Yeah. Let's say
And
we can
check
do
it
that. We talked about Otherworld last week.
Yeah, and
I'll do a trip down there and do that because that's like an all-day experience if we do it. We could spend a long time in
That would be
there.
really cool.
I've thought about trying to reach out to places and see if we can do like a recording in a different location. Like go to, other world, or go to the fucking one of these like that lounge. You say they don't open till late. If we can get in and like record an episode before they're open, just like in that atmosphere.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
That place down in fucking the Native Brand, like try to see if we can get like just like stuff like that. I'm trying to make connections and things like that. I think it'd be cool to be able to kind of record in like destination recordings and stuff like that.
That would be cool.
Because like most of this, like it's a lot of stuff, but like it can be packed up.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not like anything other than this.
It's no more than a band equipment. You know what I mean? You
But
got
like
your
other
drum
than
set,
like the couch, which we can just get
guitar,
chairs again.
saxophone,
We'll just use chairs when we're out next time.
harpsichord.
But like all this collapses, like the lights literally came with their own bag.
Xylophone.
They came in a bag, like a carrying bag. So like those already have their own stuff.
Cymbals.
We get it. All right.
Kazoo.
We get it. It's a band, all right? But
Okay.
like
Alright.
the mixing thing came with a box that it could all go back into.
Yeah.
So like I just need to get like another, like I want to get one of those like equipment boxes where I could put the microphones and cameras and stuff and they'd all be safe.
Speaking of microphones and cameras, do you know how to play a didgeridoo?
I know the basic idea, but to properly play a didgeridoo, you need to be able to circular breathe.
Yeah.
And I can't circular breathe.
I don't have the proper breath.
Yeah, it's
breath
I've
to lung ratio.
yeah, I've like messed with the didgeridoo. My brother has one. But yeah, if you can't circular breathe, it makes didgeridoo really, really complicated. I want to get a hang drum. You ever heard of a hang drum?
No.
So that's what I
trying
want
to
to
think
get.
of trying to picture. I feel like I've heard of it, but I cannot picture. Ooh, what's that? What was that I just saw in there? That
The-
famous places picture. Did you see that castle?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a castle I'd like to visit.
Good YouTube. That's not what I meant to type. Watch it pull up fucking porn now.
Oh, dude. How to use slippage bot. What is slippage bot? I gotta know.
So a hang drum
Oh, no.
or a hand pan.
Oh, I've seen that shit. Hand pan.
Yeah, but so these I want to get one
dude,
of these.
That's calming as fuck. Let me see that guy play it. Let me watch him play it. Oh, Taco Bell. Oh,
Here,
come
let's
on,
get this to
outta
play
here.
through our
Get
shit.
outta here. Put it through the speakers. Get it in there. You guys need to hear this hand pan because the thing about a hand pan is it's like a smack, beautiful sounds of everything.
Yeah, we gotta wait for ads. So,
The ads are just.
but yeah, no, I
In the
want to get one of
meantime,
these though
I'll sing you a
because
song.
like they are really chill. I do love music, so I want to get back into it. I played trumpet for years.
1 hour hand pan music.
Yep. But here we go.
Oh.
It's just soothing as fuck.
Oh, dude, I could sit here all day and just. Wow. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice, man.
But so I want to get one of those at some point. I think that'd be really.
Pull up a box drum. That's what I
Yeah,
want. If
I've-
you get
I've
a
seen
hand
them.
pan, I want to play a box drum.
Yeah,
Do some box drum beats.
I've played on box drums before.
I fuck with a box drum, bro.
just want
Do that one right there.
this.
The NYC Streets one. Let's hear those guys. That one's not as good. Do like one person solo beating. Let's see if we can find just like one guy fucking it up. I feel like they're trying to do like a
Yeah, it's a group.
yeah,
so.
they're grooving with each other trying to, but this just wasn't the vibe. This Cajun solo guy, what the fuck? Yeah, here he is.
Yeah.
Get it, Tommy boy.
Yeah. Those things
Yeah.
are neat.
They're cool. They're cool. They're cool.
Another, what's the thing? I
Fuck
can't
a
remember
little
what it's
fancy
called
or
now.
crazy.
But I mean, these things are all just like really cool, and I love like neat instruments and shit like that.
They called themselves the Red Hot Chili Pipers.
Yeah, real nice. I can't remember the name of the thing I was trying to look at just now because I looked up that. Oh, that's what it was. So this guy, I can't remember his name. Made this. Matthias Krantz is like an engineer dude that makes stuff, and he made a guitar where the neck spins 360 degrees.
What?
And it was like someone had tried to make it years ago, failed. They couldn't get it. It was all floppy and shit. But he made it, and then this bassist or this like professional player got a hold of it and played it a little bit.
Oh, stop.
But as it gets through, shit wild.
Oh, wow, bro. What in the fuck is that?
Yeah, so like that kind of shit, man. Like there's the only one of these in the world.
Then
and
you look to the right and you see that woman's face. Please, and for the love of God, blow that picture up one day for these people.
No, they can go
Just-
find the daily dose of internet. You'll see that kind of nonsense all the time.
Just ridiculous.
But yeah, no, he
Will
just
send.
literally just like shreds stuff, and it has like the thickest. Look at how fucking thick that string is, dude.
It's
But it's just a guitar where the whole neck spins like that is
wild.
insane.
Yeah, that is nuts. To design something like that and have it actually function.
Yeah, he and like I watched the video where he makes it, and he like goes through his other engineers helping him, multiple different fucking steps, different like designs, had to keep finding shit. He originally made it the neck would like warp, so you couldn't keep it in tune because you tune it and then the neck would bend because you tuned one side, so the other side would go out of tune. So he had to like, it's like a solid like fucking like metal core to the neck so that it doesn't bend when you're tuning the guitars.
Oh, yeah, because you're pulling one side, yeah.
And then like the neck itself isn't smooth. It's got like edges and lips and stuff so that the frets all work properly and the strings all have the right notes and shit. Like it's
Oh my gosh.
the amount of shit he put. Like it was this crazy video. Like, and not being an engineer myself was like.
So
really,
there's a video of him building it?
Yeah, there's a whole ass video of it, which
Wow.
we can watch off of here. And
Hmm.
but it was just like he explains like all the steps going through it and stuff and all the like because it took months and like if not years of like testing and like creation, but it's still wild.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
But yeah, it's just I love like musical instruments are insane to begin with because there's one that I can never remember the name of it when I want to talk about it, but it's a instrument where you use your hand like movement to play it. I can't. Oh, theremin. That's what it's called.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Those they're weird too because it's like electric, but then it uses like waves and shit. Like I don't. I don't really understand how it works. Motherfucker's thing is called Debussy.
Debussy.
Well, we're gonna listen to Debussy.
I love Debussy.
It's literally his hands and like where they are, and there's a metal bar here and a metal bar here.
Jeez.
It's like what?
Debussy, I believe, is the name of the composer, and Claire de Lune is the name of the song. And it says on the theremin, which would be the instrument, by
Playing Debussy's famous Clair de
Gregoire
Lune,
Blanc, or whatever the fuck his name is.
invented in 1920s. So it's uses electromagnetic fields generated by two antennas. So you control the pitch here, and this is the volume. It's just such a wild, like,
What a concept, though.
yeah, it literally fucking like one of those, but like those are fucking expensive too.
How much do you think? Let's play Price is Right. Okay, closest without going over. How much is a theremin? First priced. The first price theremin we see.
$4,000.
You say $4,000? $2,500.
I mean, if you're looking at like there's these miniature ones, but like an actual theremin, I guess apparently find them for like a couple $100.
Wow, we would have overpaid.
Yeah.
We would have been overpaying.
It looks like decent. Like
it looks like a good music Etherwave theremin runs $900 before tax.
yeah, this is horrible.
So probably like maximum you're paying is $1,200.
Yeah. But I know like hang drums
Some of them
can
are
be
cheap,
a couple
though. You
hundred,
can get some
but
of these for cheap.
to get a good hang drum, you're looking at like fucking.
I don't like the fact that you call it a hang drum. Just call it a hand pan.
They're called hang drums too. That's the thing. Hand pans, hang drums, they're just the same.
But I don't see hang drum anywhere. Where does it say hang drum?
Or hand
drum.
Well, a hang
not
drum
hang.
too.
Why is it called a hang drum? Type that in. Why is it called a hang drum? I could get hand pan. I could get hand drum because you're using your hands to play it. But a hang drum, why?
The name hang comes from the Burmese German word. It's a double meaning, which is hand and the other hillside, referring to its convex shape. So it's because of the shape of it.
So hang is a German word? Or a Bernese German word?
Yeah.
Hang.
So one is for hand and the other is a hillside. So use your hands, and it's shaped like a hill.
Use your hand on the hillside to play this drum.
Yep.
You have to like turn your hand a certain way and cup your hands certain ways to play it. So that's cool.
Yep. So.
Oh, but then there's another thing that says, what's the difference between a hand pan and a hang drum?
When they came up with the word hand pan, let me see here. Due to legal rights, other makers had to name their instruments differently. So it was patented.
Oh.
So hang drum was originally patented, so the companies started calling them hand pans.
Oh, Pan Art was the one that
Is the original like company.
okay.
So their hang drum was original, then a company patented it, so everyone else had to start calling it something different so that they could legally make them and sell them.
Yeah.
So they call them hand pans. So.
Wow. Well, the more you know.
Yep. But yeah, no, there's really cool instruments out there. It's crazy. Motherfuckers have fucking weird ass instruments that are just like a piece of metal they like put in between their teeth, and they can just fucking like flick it, and it's like I'm like, the fuck is this shit?
So if you were going to be proficient at any instrument, which one would it be?
Proficient at any instrument?
Like, let's say any instrument, someone said, hey, whichever instrument you choose, you are instantaneously proficient at. You know how to play it.
Piano. It's the most like, I think, versatile. Because you can play whole songs on just a piano. And like the concerts and like shit like that. Like, I think it's just the most, you can play so much more on it than like if you were like a violin, which violins are beautiful. But
see, and this is where we differ, because I am right now between. I mean, I naturally want to say drums because I feel like the drums are the ones that I would play. That I know. I feel like if any instrument I could pick up and play the best right now, it'd be the drums. But I want to say I'm between the violin and the harp.
Yeah. I mean, they're both beautiful instruments, and like I would like to be able to play all of them, but I think piano would be my go-to if I had to pick one.
So you're keys, and I'd be string.
Yeah. I mean, because, like, part of me would also want to say trumpet because I played it for so long that I'd want to be, good at it.
Yeah, I feel like I would just still want to do drums though.
Yeah.
'Cause there's so many different types of drums that are just.
But that's
the
what I
fun
think drum
thing.
becomes too generic, too broad of a term. Because there's so many like I could just go, brass instrument, and then all the brass instruments are included. So like it's one of those like you
True.
want a drum set, you want a box drum, you want to be able to play the fucking
So you got one
bongos.
specific instrument. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. So if I had to pick
Because like
And I
I say
couldn't
piano, but
categorize
like
them,
an
yeah.
organ is technically like a piano,
violin,
but it's like so, yeah.
violin, or the fiddle.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, so
I'd fiddle with the devil any day.
So that kind of stuff like amazes me. But yeah, piano is definitely, I think, it's just like the most classical instrument. Like I think just internationally,
What kind of piano would you play? Grand, baby.
I want a big grand piano.
You
I
a
mean,
big
I
old
want the
grand
big
boy,
motherfucker,
yeah.
man. But like in general, you know how to play piano. You can play a grand piano, a baby grand, a fucking electric keyboard. As long as you understand the piano concept of it, you'd be able to really play any of those because they're all pianos. Just
Yeah, but you
but like an
couldn't-
organ would be
organ's
harder
different.
because they have multiple layers. There's all this
Yeah.
different like stuff. But like piano is, they're just different sizes of the
How
same
much
thing.
would you guess an organ is?
An organ like the one in the churches.
Yeah.
Oh, $10,000 to $20,000.
No way. You're saying, okay, I'm going to guess 8.
8,000.
8 grand for an organ. I don't think 10 or 20 grand.
You realize those organs in churches also have like pipes that go through the fucking walls. And up.
Big bitches. Yeah. Let's see.
Is
How
an
much?
organ in a church.
How much is a church organ?
How much does a church organ cost? We're both off.
Holy fucking
Cost
shit.
of a pipe organ can be as low as $30,000 for a used instrument relocated to a new home, to millions of dollars for a brand new one built for a major church or console. The cost range for a pipe organ for a small to medium sized church in the area of $200,000 to $850,000.
Wow. 6 million Swiss francs.
5
About
million
5
euros.
million
Yeah.
euros.
But it's a pipe organ. I told you because they have like pipes that run through the building, and that's how the sound goes throughout the whole building like that.
Wow.
And my 10 to 20 was fucking not even the lowest. Like
That's insane, bro.
fucking.
What about a harp? What's the cost of a harp?
I'd say 1 to 2,000.
I'm gonna say 3 to 4.
I mean,
Not that, a big harp. We're talking
Yeah.
about
you can find 450
brand
bucks.
new. Those are
Average price of a lever harp is between $2,500 and $5,000, where a full size pedal harp is $15,000 to $20,000.
Oh my god, some instruments are so expensive.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Could you
Fucking-
imagine like growing up and your
like-
kid's like, I want to play the harp for school, and the only one I need to know how to learn is the big boy.
So
And
like
you're like, man, I gotta drop $20,000 on my kid right now so she can learn her instrument.
So
I'd do
performer
it, but
trumpets?
goddamn.
fucking $2,500 for like professional trumpets, like beginner ones. Or,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
one thing. You can take out a payment plan on a $2,500,
Yeah.
instrument, but like when it comes to like a 20
But even like
grand
a
instrument,
beginner
like,
one is still like for a trumpet,
yeah,
which is just like a coil of fucking metal,
yeah,
fucking $1,000.
yeah,
like-
it's the right type of coil though, just
Yeah.
the right way to make the right music.
It's
Wow.
like my trumpet. I think it's in
When would you
storage, but
say? What do you think was the first musical instrument invented?
a drum
The drum,
or a flute of some sort?
drum or a flute? Yeah. Let's see. What was the first musical instrument ever made?
Oldest object identified by scholars as a musical instrument was a simple flute.
A flute.
I said it was either a drum or a flute. Because
Yeah.
flutes have been around for
What are
so
the
fucking-
2 oldest instruments?
The human voice,
Yeah, well,
flutes, bull roars, conch shells.
what is a bull roar? The Upper Paleolithic period, which ended about 10,000 years ago.
What the hell is a bull roarer?
Oh.
Oh, so it's just like a knife and a stick. So you just run it up and down.
Was that it, or you spin it around and it makes a noise? Rope spun to produce sound. Yeah, they
Yep.
would spin it.
And it would cut through the air and make a whistling sound,
Mhm.
probably.
Yeah. I could imagine swinging that thing around and getting cut, and you cut your own throat with it accidentally.
And flutes are the second oldest.
There's
where
actually
the
been
human voice.
450,000 recorded
Percussion.
deaths with that instrument.
As we know today, drums are phones because they consist of vibrating membrane, usually animal hide.
Mm.
It is approximately 5,500 years old, which would be developed chronologically alongside reed flutes and the earliest stringed instruments. Audiophones are percussion instruments that require striking. So, like, they're in the same time frame,
Yeah.
but it's, like, not really listed as a, like,
Cool.
other thing. But, yeah, but conch shells, people just had learned you can just blow into shells and they decorate them and stuff.
Yeah.
I actually had a couple at my stepdad's house.
That's
conch
really
shells where you
that's
could-
really cool.
like the
Look at
big ones where you could-
work on that
Yeah.
intricacies and all that.
Conch shell trumpet with gilt copper and semi-precious stones. But, like, in the grand scheme of things, none of this really affects it other than the shell is the sound.
Yeah.
Like-
Wow.
And you use, like, almost the same kind of, like, mouth movement as a trumpet. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it
But
really
yeah.
is.
Music instruments, man. Like I said, music is such a, it's like a universal language. That's a lot of people have, like, listed it as. Like, it's such a universal thing. Because, like, you can go to a country you don't know and hear music and vibe out
Oh yeah.
and connect to people and shit like that. Like,
Without a doubt. And you can even hear music in another language, and even though you don't,
know the words.
you know, you hear like some Spanish songs and stuff like that, and you're just like really vibing to it. And you don't really know what they're saying, but you still can catch the general tone.
The tone, the emotion, things like
Same
that.
thing with like when people listen to Rammstein.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's a reason that band is
So international.
able
like,
to speak all German in most of their songs, and yet
Yeah.
over here we're
and then
like,
there's,
fucking
what is
going
it, Bad
hard, dude.
Bunny, one of, like, the largest artists in the world, Spanish speaking. But,
Yeah.
like, he tops charts in America.
I don't know much about Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I don't really listen much of it, but he's still a chart topping thing. And, like, he was on, like, the Emmys or something, like, as one of the presenters, and he barely speaks English.
The only
But,
thing
like,
I
he's,
knew
like-
rap wise that was like having to do, it was like that Trap Bubbles Bunny, and then it would like play music. You know what I'm talking
No idea.
about?
What was I trying to look up now? Fuck.
Trap Bunny Bubbles.
I don't remember what I was looking up.
Stuff and things. Things and stuff.
Oh,
Even Google says Happy Easter.
yeah, Google Panders.
They're always on it.
Like, whatever's happening in the world, they'll try to attach to it. But, like, another thing about like, being able to
How many pressure washers does it take to fly? Dude's literally
there's
trying
so
to take
many
off.
YouTube videos of just
Oh
nonsense.
my
You're like,
god, bro.
like, motherfuckers definitely died.
He looked like he was about to try to take
But
off.
this artist here, man, he does rap, he does, like, some other music, but he literally put a song out, and this song is just a tribute to his best friend who passed away. And, like, he's somebody who does rap and stuff like that. And all of a sudden he puts this song out.
Need an ad for your company?
No, we
Use
don't.
Veed.
Veed, huh?
Yeah. Fuck you,
Good
Veed.
thing. What a spot. Yeah, that view in the background will get you.
But he, like, writes all this himself.
Yeah, that's really nice.
But there's no words.
Oh yeah.
Somebody who does rap, though, rap and music, he makes his whole song without words.
So
And it
does he
gets-
have like his own? Does he release music under just this too?
Yeah,
This type of
this
thing?
is his thing, yeah.
That's cool.
But he's such a, like, phenomenal musician in general that he can just make you feel things with just music.
Oh yeah, you're talking about piano. Go to Maxine Cyrus real quick, and then just do like the "Where Is My Mind" cover. Like we all know that song. It was in Fight Club. "Where Is My Mind," Pixies. great fucking song as it is, and so many people have done a cover of it. But now do a cover of it where there's no words. How would you do it? Maxine Siren. Oh, not Cyrus, Siren, yeah. Maxence Siren. Not even Maxine. Man, I had that name all sorts of fucked up. Maxence Siren. Yeah, where's my mind? That one's fun.
Yeah, but this is her official.
It's a guy.
Right.
That's what's wild. The name made me think it was a girl at first, and then I realized it was a guy doing it. Yeah. And then especially like, you know, you get to the point where you're kind of building up to where the song starts.
Yeah, this song is
Yeah.
older than Fight Club.
Oh, it's way older than Fight Club, but that's when it really gained its. Everyone knows it from
Oh, yeah.
Fight Club. It's at the ending sequence.
So everyone knows Smash Mouth and
Mm-hmm.
from fucking
Shrek. Yeah.
Like, God
Yeah,
damn
and
it.
remember, I didn't see the same Shrek movie that you guys did,
Yeah.
though. I mean, I always hear people say Shrek, you know, Shrek's where
Yeah.
that song is, and I was like, that was not in the movie I saw.
But like Ren is a phenomenal artist. But he'll make just like regular rap shit, but then he also made this song where he talks about suicide in like such a creative way.
Nice.
But like he does a lot of stuff where he talks about mental health. Another song like for a friend of his. And then he does just songs that are just like banger things like that. But he's so good at music in general, UK artists and things. But like his stuff gets millions of views, and he's just the guy putting his music out. But
As most artists are.
yeah, but I'm saying,
Just
but he's
guys
not.
putting their music out.
But he's not, signed by anybody, and still gets millions of views and shit.
That's good.
Yeah, but he's so fucking phenomenal with his shit.
Cool, man.
But yeah, but outside of that, man, there's a lot of good talk about music and shit today.
Yeah, a lot of music, a lot of instruments and
Yeah,
the
but
prices of instruments.
kind
and
of bases off last week where we were talking about how music and like senses and stuff with memory and just like music in general, how it can
and
trigger
smell.
emotions is crazy.
Yeah. Using more than just Bucksmin. Do you know who Buckminster Fuller is?
No.
He was like I want to say he was an astrophysicist, but he was a scientist of some sort. But Buckminster Fuller, there's a famous quote that says, "Ever since the initial publication of the charted electromagnetic spectrum, humans have learned that what they can touch, smell, see, and hear is less than 1/millionth of reality." And that's what's so wild to me too when I think about that, and then I think about the fact that like what our eyes see isn't necessarily what we're seeing, because our eye flips and then reverses the image and then shoots it back to us. And so it's like, when you think about that and you think about the electromagnetic spectrum.
R. Buckminster Fuller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got a lot of quotes from him. Look at that. "We are called to be architects of the future, not its victims. Mistakes are great. The more I make, the smarter I get.
Yep.
There is nothing in a caterpillar that tells you it's going to be a butterfly."
Yeah, there's a lot of cool little things. Topia and Oblivion.
"People never leave a sinking ship until they see the lights of another ship approaching." Oh, I don't know if that's always true. "The minute you began..."
Yeah, there's just a lot of shit.
There's
It's
so
got
much stuff.
real wealth is ideas plus energy. Yeah.
90%, what does it say? 99% of who you are is invisible and untouchable. Ain't that the fucking truth?
Yep.
Think about an idea. An idea is not tangible, but clearly an idea exists.
Mm-hmm. Definitely does. But yeah, brother,
Yeah.
a lot of cool shit. But so I'll give you that book. And then, whenever you get it finished, we'll sit down and talk about a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think, Jordan Peterson has a lot of, there's a lot of things he said that people don't agree with, as is everything. But he definitely still is a really, really smart man. He has a lot of really interesting ideas and views on things that, some you may not agree with, some you don't, but they're still interesting takes on stuff,
Yeah, and you don't have to agree with everything.
which he literally talks about in that book. He says just assume whoever you're listening to knows something you don't.
Yeah, which is probably always the case. There's something that someone knows that you don't.
But yeah, brother, it's good. Another week with you.
Yeah.
It's cool that you're reading all these books. The stock one's going to be interesting to. That didn't see that one coming as a book you were going to be reading when you came back, but
No.
definitely interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I've been taking a lot of notes.
Well, hell yeah. But thank you guys again coming back. Said this probably be hopefully back on track time-wise with this episode. We appreciate you all. Thank you all so much.
And if you just say hello to your mother for me.
As you should. Tell somebody you love them.
Goodbye.
Have a good one.